We did experience another great loss in wrestling. So Wyndham Rotunda, better known as Bray Wyatt, passed about, what was it, last Thursday? He was 36 years old, which, we say old, but really young. I guess a heart attack. He was supposed to be using a defibrillator or something. Ended up not really wearing it at the time when he needed it, and then unfortunately ended up passing away. So I know he was a big creative mind. A lot of people, especially for my generation, a lot of us actually follow what he was been doing, and we're excited to see where he would have gone.
His father's Blackjack Mulligan. His uncle's Barry Windham and Kendall Windham. His dad's Mike Rotundo, Mr. IRS himself, or he was better Mike Rotundo when he tagged with Barry Windham, or Mike Rotundo on the Varsity Club. Those are all great years. But then later on, IRS, as everybody knows him, and then there was he Husky Harris when he came in NXT, Bray Wyatt, and then on to something else. Then Bray Wyatt, then The Fiend, and then back towards Bray Wyatt at the end, battling with his alter ego, The Fiend. Sad. I seen him this January. I saw him at the PC. He was coming back. He was getting ready for the match with the Rock now, the Rock guy, LA Knight, that does like the Rock Stone Cold mix. Kind of, he took his own vibe on it and he's patterned the stuff after, which is cool. He's getting over, like, proves stuff. What's old is new, and then what can work again. What once was will be again, and or whatever, all that kind of. There's nothing new in wrestling. The only thing is forgotten, right? So, but he was going in there to work that Mountain Dew match out or whatever it was they were doing with the Uncle Howdies and all that stuff, and he was upbeat. I talked to him. It was good to see him. He's always asking for advice. He's always trying to pick the mind because, of course, wrestling's a vampire and stuff, and he's into the horror stuff, and I'm sure he was picking Taker's mind, and I heard Taker pass the torch to him on too at one point. Then he was asking me about my boots, and I told him how to do the boots because he couldn't figure it out. His whole run is The Fiend. He couldn't figure out the boots, my boots, which super simple, and I figured mine out by accident, but I explained it to him, and he just sat there in shock going, really? Because he was literally his casual boots that he had on for his daily use. I go, he's like, what do you do for your boots? Where do you get your boots, this and that? And I go, what are you wearing? He goes, New Rocks. He goes, no. I go, yeah. And then I told him what I did, and I went to a Renaissance festival, and then I got the leather piece to go. He's like, no, and then I showed him. He goes, oh, he was like, his mind was blown. Like, it was that simple. Like,
mind blown, yeah.
Because I've told the story many times where, excuse me, like Raymond had he's like Suge Knight. He sent a mosquito to bite me and kill me or something over here, like conspiracy stuff over here. Like, yeah, this is why I'm easy, like that's what I did to Gangrel. I think Raymond's putting some stuff on me. Came through that door over there, that front door. I felt the sting. Not right.
Oh God.
But I was explained a lot of times, and how I came out with my gear. I went into Hot Topics and then Journey next door. I got the boots, but it's a terrible loss at 36, and it makes you wonder. You got to sit back and you think, the other fellow out of the Wyatt family passed away too with sudden illnesses. You don't know, and then you got to. They said this was COVID related, and then I've heard other rumors that it was COVID, but it was the shot. And then stuff like they got another shot, and then complications came from that. But I don't know what's true. So, what stories I see printed out there with my own eyes says he had COVID, and it exposed some kind of heart defect or something, and he was supposed to be wearing some kind of thing,
defibrillator,
whatever that's called, to help. And he had an appointment that day, but he didn't have it on. I mean, that's whatever it may be. It's just a terrible, terrible, sad loss. A very creative guy, very humble, very giving, very, very. I've never seen him not smile when I've seen him. He's like, oh, Gangrel, you got to come work out with me. But the office would always cut me off. Somebody there would always get in between us, because that was like the second time I ran into him at the PC. Once was a year earlier or two or something, and they did the same thing. They kind of cut me away. He was going back to do something like they just weird company. But yeah, he was a great guy though, and it was a really, really, really sad loss there. Yeah, so thoughts out with his family. I mean, he's got like 3 or 4 kids, and just his brothers, his mom, dad, great people. So terrible loss.
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing. Well, yeah, thoughts and prayers to all the family and also the fans. We grew up watching these guys, and we believe that we know them, and we feel for them whenever bad things end up happening. So
I think you saw how can the Fiend, how can a monster die?
Yeah,
we're all human in the end, I suppose.
Yeah, that's for sure.
It's very sad.
That's for sure.
Makes me feel like I'm taking 55 coming up as vampire.
No.
Trying to convince the world I'm a vampire, but scary.
Yeah, but you never know. I mean, some people that live out to be 100 years old, and some
this cat.
don't even make it that far.
To be fair,
not this guy.
To be fair, I didn't think I would, make it to 30 at the lifestyles and stuff that I had going on, and then 30 came, and then I was like, surely 31 I will make it. And 35 came, and 40, and when 50 hit, I said, maybe I need to slow down, reevaluate things, because obviously I'm going to be here. Now I'm in a mad scramble to fix shit, get insurance and pay my taxes and stuff that I was like, I ain't going to be here next year. I ain't paying that.
What is adulting?
F the government. Rock and roll, baby. But I'm actually got to answer all that. I could have stayed off the grid, but my wife actually forced me back on the grid. You got that Jimmy knee, that crooked leg, and you need to get that fixed and this fixed.
God.
That was 2 years ago. I went back on the grid, and I still ain't got it fixed. So, I have insurance, for the record. I have to now and all that, but I just, I only get one. It was one of those things that I went to go get it looked at, right? As soon as I got the insurance, I marched in there. Yeah. What do you mean $2,000 copay for MRI? Whatever. What is this copay shit? What is this? This is government conspiracy, But I get it looked at, and the guy goes, well, you don't have any ACL or PCL. He says it's absorbed into your body. When did you hurt your knee? I go, I don't know. A lot of times.
When in my career?
I said, but 5 years ago, I was in a hotel room, and I went to get up to change the remote, and it popped, and I fell down, and then I just got up and I wrapped it up. He says, what'd you do after that? I said, wrestled. I did TVs. I wrestled. I had 3 shows in a row, and then I went down to Vegas and did 2 more shows because they had 2 TVs going, this company. And he's like, nothing? You didn't read it? No. I said, I just wrapped it. And he goes, yeah. He goes, so they wanted me, they did the MRI, and they couldn't see it. And then he says, bone on bone, and now I'm bow-legged. And he says, you definitely need a knee replacement. And he goes, but here's the thing is you're only going to get 1 knee replacement. So I guess most humans can get 2 or at least 2.
Okay.
But the bone underneath where the knee sits down on, where they would have to reattach it to, is crumbled too. It's broken. So he says it's taking a pounding from just pounding. So I only get 1. So he's saying you have to retire if you do it, because he goes, if you mess it up, you're gonna be crippled. We can't fix you. There's no adjustments or nothing. You're to the max already. So he said, you walked in here, and I don't know how. He says, I'm sure you can walk on out. He didn't use the words fang and a bang, but I'll say, he went and said you could be fang and a bang. He said, go do your thing until you can't walk no more, and then roll back when you're ready. So,
oh, gosh.
So that's what I'm doing, right? That's why I think I keep getting every class. Every week, it looks like I'm walking more like I just got off a horse. Cowboy leg is the PT Randy over at Dr. Silva's office in Deerfield. Randy's a magician. You can go in there, and you can go in there literally can't stand up, crippled. In 10 minutes, you walk out of there like jumping jacks, but 30 minutes later, it comes back. So you got to go back in again and again. I think he's like a drug dealer or something. Drug dealer with your body. I'll get you right. But you got to come back. You see me. He just gives you that 1 for free, 2 for free, and he's like, come see Daddy. You want to walk? But he does this. He does a lot of magical things with muscle. I call him the muscle whisperer. And bone. I'll be hurting, and I promise you, I'll be like, my knee hurts here, and he does something up here, and my knee quits hurting over here. No, really, it's crazy. He's the whisper, man. I don't know, body whisper. But, he does amazing stuff. So, yeah, if you're in the Deerfield Beach area, 1100 South Federal Highway, Dr. Silva's office, just ask for Randy. He'll get you straight.
Awesome.
Raymond, I'm porting over here. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Nelio must be watching the thing. He heard me talking shit about that student group, blowing my stuff off. What's Nelio on there? Telling Nicole to push tickets.
Well, when this comes out, what's the next one going to be? What's after that?
I don't know. He's actually, I don't know what where are we at now? The
Okay.
knee? Or what are we talking about? What's the next one going to be? The shows or what?
Yeah. So.
Or you push the tickets? Push the tickets?
I'm dropping this one.
He said something about flyers,
Tomorrow.
man. He's saying,
Okay, I got you guys. So.
oh, he's talking about, I don't
Do it.
know, man. This is all
Is
this
this
stuff
like
going
a
on.
quick promo?
He's saying we need athletes in the school.
You need what?
We need athletes. More people like you.
Okay, I gotta get back to that athletic build again. I'm getting
Raymond's
there.
over there flexing. All right, so yeah, unfortunately, yeah, not to take from the sadder
Yeah.
moment, but yeah, blessings and prayers to his family. And it's a shock to the rest of the
Absolutely.
community. Terry Funk, then Bray Wyatt, and then yeah, it's always Terry Funk was expected, but Bray Wyatt at 36 is a tough one. But again, prayers to and thoughts with their families and friends and coworkers.
Absolutely. Very sad loss. Yeah, so the next thing, just kind of want to go over. So AEW held its annual All-In PPV in London at the Wembley Stadium.
AEW had their all-in PP? Is that what
Yeah,
you were
it's
saying?
like All-In PPV.